Natural Samaba. Na Sawachi. Koya. Natural Samaba. Na Sawachi. Koya. Natural Samaba.
Asaba de say Ghana enye hia man ene yedi hia. Ghana yeti sika so eni ukwan say komode ye ene temamufo komode wo mo trotro driver komode no taxi driver komode no. In fact wo mo ayenimpo ana yesusu say wo mo bimpo no e komode wo mo wabra we nyina ekoso enkofo a yeto wo mo so aba enkofo a ya pa wo mo so mo mba som ye no ene ye tete say sika pudu a ye betimi ade asiesie man no egu wo mo demo eno na de abufu aba. Sika pudu a ye betimi de asi suku dan sika pudu a ye betimi de asiesie yakwan a abone bone tokro egu wo mo demo. Sika pudu a ye betimi de atonkonya e de ama nkwada no mo de atena classroom sa sika pudu a egu wo mo demo. Ena Professor PLO Lumumba Kanenra or John Evans Atta Mills Memorial Heritage Lecture no or Kwame Nkrumah Suapon Sasam no kind no we a Ghana ni babu na wutie yen we ya kokora we ya brewa wo Ghana ha na wutie yen Sasam no yemfa na asem hia because niema Ghana ye Ghana no ene ne Sasam no kind no se Ghana ye political mecca ema Africa Ebra yenya ye fa wudie na ye mampanyi odi kan do sajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah gina simpie no so kan nsam na borofo ye mo susu omo se sabre ye ba be kire se wudi tumi nse bibi ni nsa won wan kasa be ye na ade after how many years ni sasam no kan no say na sitie ene nye Kwame Nkrumah na woso wo ma no mu dwa Kwame Nkrumah no wo ma sefo na woso Woma sefo no na woso woma no bu dwa Kwame Nkrumah no mo sie se wo mu betima ye adwuma no chen Kwame Nkrumah woma sefo ya no mo kire se wo mu betima ye adwuma no chen John Evans Atta Mills woma no mo sie se wo mu betima ye adwuma no chen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene omo ene ato aba mo wo eye aban mu omo sa no adwuma te sai ene ye debt to GDP and I'm saying over 575 billion Wabrombato just 120 billion. And no free Kwame Nkrumah pencil, ebesi John Mahama pencil no. Womu eka oma bomb mino a chain presidents are who do yakoma or yakoma bomunina, besi John Mahama pencil. And you think it is normal? And then a prophet kind was say it is not about the number of years who betina bemu, nemum ajuma pa wo be ye. And a Professor Lumumba oba KNUSC. Head the way I know John Evans Atta Mills or some. Me baba mu etie ni nsem bi. She said you know wo si bona baso. She said you know wo si kamfo no. She said you know wo si me ne so. And the question me busa Dr. Mamadou Baumia Alanche Martin akoto every year. Ene jogate ye cast or catcher say wo mo ba be keteke kwan na wiema e say nche bia keteke ebe ni na wiema ebe si na 1 year ya woni na nam ye ni so opa president edie. Ene Dr. Mamadou Baumia wo ye head of economic management team also hwe ni ye tutu ye sikasem ya and woni na nam ye ni so say wo opa president edie with the number of years ye de ma mo samuntira ban mu amugusu ti abem no ede pa no ma ya dachi bi ye betwe di ansa tene so ni abom aba so se mo akwapa no kwafo ketwa ya ye de ma wi wadi ho no kre den ena mo betwe di atre Ghana for mabunu Prof say Professor Lumumba say Africa ye great yes yaka but one kasa we ye great we greatness no lies in your ability to speak truth to power. So one tira one ka wanuntum wabra ye manika ayaka de wabra ye di mani twitwi fam. It lies in your ability to speak truth to power. Ye dear Professor Lumumba wabra wodene 72 January or Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Dear boy e siman so ye wia near His Excellency John Dramani Mahama simam yenu yeswo ye wia na afei ya tie sim ye kwanim tie we mame.
During that period when he serves
It is meritocracy rather than mediocrity that ruled. And I'm saying, therefore, that as we commemorate the life of John Evans Atta Mills, we must be warriors for meritocracy. For too long, in the continent of Africa, including here in Ghana sometimes, we have allowed men and women who have no credentials to rise to high heights. John Atta Mills is telling us the time to stop is now. For too long, we have had individuals whose only claim to fame is avarice, rise to high height. John Atta Mills is telling us, no, we should not. We have for too long allowed our institutions to be led by men and women who have no business leading domestic and village cattle dips, because even the cows will reject them. So today, we are here to celebrate a great man who served well, a great man who believed that you are not successful until your successor succeeds. A great man who believed that life and political office is a relay race, that you run your leg and hand over the baton to another generation. A great man who recognized that academic excellence combined with political excellence and agility is indeed the recipe for success. A great man who knew that servant leadership is what his country needs. A great man who knew that simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. A great man who recognized that equity is the greatest form of development, and that is why we hear testimonies where men and women during his term were judged not by the color of their skin or by their gender, but by their character. That is the man that we need now. That is the man of whom I speak now. That is the man whom we are commemorating today. And you know, when you speak about such a man, you don't speak for too long, because it is unwise to do so. When you speak of such a man, you only touch that which is important. And when I speak about him, and as I must not speak for too long, I remember as a young student in 1979, I remember reading a book that in some ways spoke about John Evans Atta Mills. That book is a Greek tragedy. That book is Sophocles' Oedipus. And I remember in the very last words of that book, some parts are relevant, but some parts are not relevant. The relevant part that relates to John Atta Mills is what I will refer to when we speak about him. Behold, sons and daughters of Ghana and Africa, there lived John Atta Mills, one of the greatest Ghanaians that Ghana has ever produced. He came and served for a short time. He served in humility, in recognition that success must never be defined by he who is successful, but is defined by those who live long after him. Today, I can make an announcement that indeed John Evans Atta Mills was a successful man. He was a successful man because 10 years after he was gathered to his fathers, we are assembled here, young and old, to commemorate him. He was a successful man because we are gathered here. We are gathered here from traditional chieftaincies, and we are saying he was a great man. We are gathered here from the academia, and we are saying he was a great man. We are gathered here from the political arena, and we are saying he was a great man. We are gathered here from the students who are eager with curiosity, and they are saying, although we did not see him, he was a great man. We are gathered here because I come from Kenya, and I am saying he was a great man. He must have been great indeed. And you know, the only lesson that he now teaches us, particularly to you young men and women, he is telling us, I came, I saw, I played my part. You who are young, you look at the things that I did. Look at the things that others did. Emulate what I did, and go out into the world and prove that it can be done, because it must be done, and because if it is not done, Africa will never realize our potential. So I say with you today, John Atta Mills is dead. Long live John Atta Mills. Long live John Atta Mills.
Long live his legacy. Professor Lumumba and Ekasano. Say Professor John Evans Atamel say woman say wada ne bankum so owo eja kronkron onyankopon de hye ne nchem enchen de neso wo kasa kire ye ne modern money na dwuma ene se de wosi som oman na wonye pani a wo mema na beti suo na wo ye pani a ne pani die su ne se wo ba som ne man na wonye pani a wo sam Fawunsa wo yo ba, fawunsa wo ye bema. Wo hwe se adwumadie ya mede hye wonsa no, wo se fata, wo betimi aye. Na wonye pani a wo kwasesa ne namfonom na busuafo ede omu begu abamu. Se de sikaba, mumramba jikash na monko. That wasn't John Evans Atta Mills. And all said yes he can come for. All said yes he can wasem. Mo abe mu sabre emre bi beba ye betiba kam ho asem say mi busamo mo asika pudu a ye betimi edia etwetwa ntokura wo ya kwan so egum dem emre bi beba ye betiba kam ho asem say mo tena se aya hwe han ama yensuo yensase ye kwaye asai enam gadam say ye betiba kam ho asem say emre bi Mwatena say aya hwehan ama meburu ni adwuma omoye. People have qualified, they have qualifications, they have masters, but they don't have jobs. Meanwhile, yes, Bobby said, yeah, but yeah, one district, one factory. In fact, factory hand a juma po a bomb mebunu to say, yeah, John Shabo Akuko. And maybe baba, you better welcome home some say. That's the question I'm asking you, Alan Martin. That's the question I'm asking you, Dr. Mamadou Baumia. That's the question I'm asking you. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Enchebia wo baba your former president. That's the question I'm putting to you this morning. Maybe baba, you better can send pabisa from home. Say eba mama no sama na mo kan mind bom. Na munti mo fanti timu eni papa mu ma. Enne hwede yesi ye wo inside politics. Ebra ye de mensa ka promo neba. Hwe Ghana amatan ya mo freye. Ebro mu twa ayi draw no anaso mu twa rafo no omu boss star 274 hash obunya 500 cedis hwe se de no mu si da XYZ ene mogabia se ne Power FM asese hwe se de no mu si da yase because no pesika yo e dia kotua hospital bills wo pesika yi e dia kotua ne masuku fees, and it's all because ya said that ma oh my God, na sika sema say ama inflation na wiem. Ese ukobobosia ensi hu e batatono no want to be from your business. How do you open up or set up a business in Ghana with such high interest? And you sit down and then you pat yourself in the back and call yourself a leader. You have all failed this country. Well, say if Africa will get it right, and we'll say Ghana ain't right. But is Ghana getting it right with this high incidences of catastrophe project dream with you and your trimode? And he said, you here as your docroye. Messi said, you here as your docroye. No, Mamutia, our Power FM, we share what TVXYZ. Yeah, we are walking the talk and me dare Ghana buying. Someone just got to say, yeah, just again. Mama Juma Muso to say, yes, so your person, your first sika chakwan you so, and my Juma Buso. And then one would tell me dial star 274 hash. Me so baba jiska. You be chairman for binum sika. And nipa 9 e baba jisika no pay ya. Mo be because we understand the situation that you want. Me the situation that you want say. She bema this year obi this year brante wa ne hwene tega nanim kama na watch on the suit na one nama bonten na wa stop obi ka bra me say wontimi o ma me 5 cedis bi. Look at this. All because ya more money more ya ding. Ye dear His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. You go show your boy Tonton Sansan. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wabra no so de na no di some air to ga. E wa kasa kire dwumadie ya. Yeah, in honor of the memories of the late President John Evans Atta Mills. Okasafa ketasano proye ho. Okasafa yesedi mpapa mu aba oman mu. Wo de tie no.
The country in which a lot of people held high hopes in. The country that led the liberation struggle for Africa. And to say that much the same as we see across the continent is happening in our own country. Our economy is in crisis and there is hardship across the land. Corruption and theft have become the new normal and not the exception. Impunity has enveloped our land and public officials carry themselves as if they own the country. Ostentation has become the hallmark of people in office, and arrogance has become the prime character of the current leadership. Now, if you look at all that is happening in Ghana today, they were completely contrary to the attributes that Atta Mills espoused. Atta Mills was a man of integrity, and all of us can vouch for his integrity. He was a modest man and didn't need millions of dollars in his house to survive. Atta Mills was humble and respected everybody, from the oldest person to the youngest person. He treated everybody as a human being and treated them with decency and decorum. He was a very practical person, and he was a very transparent person. As one of those who worked very closely with him, I'll share a few anecdotes that will put his persona in greater perspective. We all know he was a man of peace, and his mantra that we all heard all the time was Ameze Mepe Asumdwe. And that is how come he repeated it so often that his opponent thought they were mocking him by calling him Asumdwe, and it actually became the most appropriate title for him. And so in Ghana today, we all call him with pride, the Asumdwe, and that is why the park where he's buried, where we gathered to celebrate him just last Monday, is named the Asumdwe Park, the Park of Peace.
And it said, Wabra, Babia, His Excellency John Evans Atta Mills, Nemunida, the CEO, your fro Asumdwe, and over to Waka say, you Asumdwe where you bottom. You Asumdwe where your quantum ponso. You Asumdwe where your may suku in some home. You Asumdwe seba, eba katas proya, you Asumdwe wa maimu. And now, mid-year, kwa masama and quino, yes, ye quine be wo. Now, go ahead, said yes, yato, not a che, a walk quine, na de masse, cast a bit of a fast quine so, and Yako, Mamma Tayusu, Saquine di Cocumasino, Mamma Tayusu, Saquine di Frucumase, a bank crane, Mubedi dance here. And because we are under a certain IMF deal in tea, Project Vistano, they say, Yachi, edge of Farco. And the end twasso, and the team faco, and now by ya dishwa, our Ghana forso. Mamma one mid year, a year, Amasama lame on Mubu de Americano. And Wabram and Namso Aquano, so Nami Busan say, hey, say, or Pimphobia Nasa, or be ya de ewo area hase, Nasabia, Asupiti, a shower honey, yes, no, said Yadiani City, and no day. Now, young Fanon Kokon for not teaching hospital, and as a young Fanon Kokolebu teaching hospital, now your pentempa, as what than aqua, ye betimi afa afro we mu atete yi mo akwamboni we so adi o makodu ntam. What is happening? Adiye na ekoso o mamu ha. And who can no be a galai? Who can no be a galai? And no mamma moya and na mammy Anita the social can was say I say ya bomudia. It's as if there's a curse on you. Sikaba the better mogri amudia kwasam with them, not some wintimini. Nano naye Samuel Jinapo. Oh sorry, naye Abu Jinapo, Samuel Jinapo, sorry, Professor Fatame. Nano naye Abu Jinapo. Sini sika be a Danny Fee. A job 20 years, cannot say. I they said they're gonna seek a baby that's no. They said, latest one our bedroom chuku, a presidential staffer, Obia, Waya Juma, our man Penya Sue, ye. Or not yen abetum, or no sika, yes, a cronfaco Viano, Yanko Bonientia, and yes, it is $1. $1, and yes, signal on Saturday Sunday. And yes, signal on Sunday. Some of years or more criticize it. Nempo, ye perceive extended the olive branch. Na yen yeba, ben crumunia cassa se mine back one. Wabra yebo mudi or bedroom no many now manim. Nano bakubi ye be or baby. Baby and a Pentecost, a sorry penny for a moi, ni ye digan and commono. Ye born the dean no and yin and him was him. Mamunim de maker. No and yin and him. Yet he say, teacher mine. Say any other teacher mine. After young I say National Identification Authority yet Juma be show monsa. A Juma yet show monsa say woman shana gun and Nibia when ya sa a year a card ye abayash and so dear better so we a gun and he. Nanum Pama watch including a battle commissar or person what you no so no the train go for the at the bar battle woman. Na ye Sansemi any side I can ya yes you know. And na ama a kubi a soria. Womocho madrin. Wo baby a Ghana mpanifo de o mani akere e wo Ghana card nsensem no ho yentie de o mo kan ye wa bro mo yensentwefo hia mu enano ya tie de o mo kan ye enyanya ready okay so ombe kan ho studio so na ya to ankomo no so Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 Minister Professor Edward Brenya ready a yan ko ne nchen ne ne nkasa on the back of and 70 bia Professor PLO Lumumba e release it to ho yentie ekwe ene omonsem omokaye.
The coalition, having thoroughly interrogated the issues and reforms being contemplated by the EC, including its insistence on the use of Ghana card as sole document for voter registration, would like to reinstate its displeasure against the unpopular decision by the EC. We have taken note of the ongoing efforts by the Electoral Commission of Ghana to review the existing constitutional instrument, CI, particular portions pertaining to registration of voters. As you may recall, Parliament on 31st March 2023 has by unanimous decision rejected the Electoral Commission's constitutional instrument that sought to make the Ghana card sole registration document for voting. Let's look at some comparative analysis of the 2020 registered voters against Ghana card issues as at March 2023. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, let us do some basic comparative analysis here. The total number of registered voters in 2020 stood at 17,027,941. This is according to the source is from EC. If you go to their website, this is what they told us. And Wikipedia, 2020 Ghanaian electoral election, general election, yes. So the total number of Ghana cards issued by the NIA as at March, the cards issued 60,753,909. This is also according to their own website. If you go, it is there. Assuming without admitting that the 2020 registered voter population of 17,027,941 is to be re-registered onto a new voter register using only Ghana card as a source document. So we take we subtract the 16 million plus from the 17 million. So a whooping 274,032 Ghanaians representing 1.6% of potential voters shall be denied registration to participate in the elections for no fault of years.
Ekoi, woman, aha, one some answer no. Let us a brasso see a baby chessica. Mamutia a year power 97.9. Mamudi at your Facebook like power 979. A brasso, some can say, show them run a year and then Nipa 94. 4 Ghanaians are gonna go away with handsome cash. Sikangasa. And we are walking the talk. Yes, yeah, but I say, Sikasamunyo near Bobna. I say, you want some moon penny for more on my way. So, yadi, who Tomosa, Mumba and says from to say your mama and says for me. Professor Kenatefe, our that NIA, a brana or more opposition, MPP opposition. And then the answer said, no, cover a year criminal development, security issues, and no man, a betty member, a betty mama, a bonnier for being a mean for sorry, no more dear woo. And then the answer said, no, and the one who are carrying home, as will be a Ghana, your problems, no, Nensan, we're drawing out a one trim. Yet the Juba we are on some basic Ghana for the 9 or more cards. Womuso ma register e besi ne momo aye momo nya mo card said be obetimi dia to anamo a mo dia si mani so say chinchi na wo say Ghana fo nyina etuo sanya adwen boni bi e na wo mutirim a teden ye dum sampempen so we. And these are the so-called academicians and MPP wo opposition no mo kasa te said ye Ghana wo bonsam jam and na ye de adwuma kronkron adwuma so no we asa won so hwede why Ghana for. How do I Ghana for? It may say we are walking the talk. And they be Jessica. Nyodika ye ba be Jessica. Yanko ahumanoso. Or ahumanoso. What that's all? Okay. Okay. Prof. I mean, yes, say. Professor Edward Brenya. Ewa ahumanoso. Political scientist and offensive political science lecturer. Yanene kasa on the back of the Professor PLO Lumumba editudra. Efa Professor John Evans Atta, the late president. Now, what the tutu no ma watch any mu say, Yang Ghana, ye besha siya ya beboa, ama bibi mine ejina ye. Prof, me mwache mwakwa ba Dwabo Ase jumadi ye yiswo.
Kwa me josebu, me etiefo nyina so.
Etiefo ni ahwefo nyina joso ye da so waje penia sa on ye bekasa. Me sure say we dey wa so ye Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology na enkomo krunkrun we course no me sure say na wutie. And some no epemo say Professor PLO Lumumba ensem na o me ma so no.
Kwame, edika me fa kwenye na me sanche obi na me che etiefo nya ahwefo nyina na me na masema mo sanya say yeah. And a course, Nanka Prima, Nanka as a Ghana Marina, Babichi, Papa in Sama, or Can. In Zamonam, a few show, a bonnet room, Nipa Vibrity. And there is a Shimukina. If we say, Sabi and Ra, if Nipa need in one dance here. A year, Ghana Nipa to do, but and Ra, Papa Sambia or Kaya, a Tom Makuma say, Ya na. Sabi enye emredo do a ubedi na bam eni hia na emum tumadi a ubedi.
That's right.
Awa bam no tumadi a ubedi enso apei ye hwe yen Ghana Fourth Republic abakosema omampeni dada John Evans Samuel Sandra ye di no ho adansi no nra ede bi so oban no no na akunya no tena so a wanje kra nhwe nsan ne so
yeah
nso ye fe ni numedi a obeye no Ghana nukuredie ene akomapa oba ese o de bebo Ghana yamanyo se sikasem eni ye bibia ho ya na edi adansi pefe se ye ka obi a odwene Ghana ho
yeah
obi odi akomapa eba ise oba besum Ghana na stebi anye kasa a nukure bia ni akira na se papa no odemfua na nukure wom ni se de ma enura prof adansi dia odifa omampani dada wonya ne baabi ekwa ye maami Betimud ene ye next president a oba so ebehie mu kana omuni ni yie pa
yeah
on saying say President John Dramani Mahama on the vice president. Tingam fan say on na boom tafre.
That's right.
And you know, yeah, count no mutimiti Professor John Atamus on your bed no adansia no on to come every pa. Na and sama Prof. Number money dead, you say, say a bad people remember. A yap say, and pennyful be breed in a dan and tro.
That's right.
And ya who must walk. And a babetna, Acuniano. Amuda, no munya, Acuniania, na fe, a bed and a chrono, Catasene pro, said the time we won't be a question. It's no catcher, I saw say, Tauza Ghana, Bacosama. Ghana no aquarium, Suma Bia. Eda ebibri mine as a Ghana yaman yourself any and your my and it's a koya a bibri mine in every year. Na se chiaswa a bibri man be ebechia. It's not the Professor Jonathan Sansan baby ko ejume die and na babo our boy no sit na aka kire amanyofo ni one e de Ghana show munta se omo hwe de pay be ye no mo nhwe so na Ghana na yede show munsa ma mo ma be dada yen na mo mfa ntro no mo tumusie enwu yeni na mom omo mesom because omo sonsom pa eje odimpa na nchirime nyina so ehunu se sabi Ghana no ene amanyosem no ye ne ye nukrem a eyeyi eje va je no na uti nsem e ba ne a na eka akoma
yeah sa me a wo boss so say Professor Lumumba boss no say efa say Ghana ye ni ya bibi man so nyina betimi aye ni ye no sabre wo said ye Ghana tebia city no what the toto said ye bibi man mu city a ebema prof asem no aye no creator because at least Egypt de wo mo ko mani mo and Rwanda say wo mo kra o mana montu ahodo po kegami no eno kra de ye twitwa nkofo mpoa.
And Kwame, honestly, I know at time a prof or can't say Yaya and Sroma, I say, well, be Mamuna, say, year, and be many being, come you look at me, my team, Botswana and Rwanda.
That's right.
It's Metuana, me was out, say, Suma, Sambre, Suma Bessanona, Sabi, Obion, Suma, Shine anymore. Then Suma, and say, but if you say some prof kind when country, if you say, yeah, Bako Sema, Ghana no, Ako pay setter, Libiano, yeah, 2 on the Biabishna. It will move Rwanda, and your friend
Egypt,
one and two, or my baby, and but officer, say, 2 on a train. Do no yes and one say as one or chance and catch Ghana na be ye obi aso so tase do obey enti no say yen kan hu say ya nyin yi a nipa beka
na yankasa ye ne yempanimfo yi as say wo mo e wo so mo som ye yi as say $1 million ahodo agugugu mo fie wo mo nim sa de yi wo mo nim said ye Ghana dibresi tie e wa bibi mam wo mo nim pa
I mean, me tamana prof kasana na kwese o kasa kire amampen for but media na hu so o kasa kire Ghana for.
That's right.
Yeah, no o ka kire ene say. So say bibiri me hwe ya no o ka me ya say. Ye timemfo na ye na yakopri on na obetina kunyan so no. Wo kire say ya kwadrum no na say ya kwa akoyi obi obedi animu a Yempa obi anisu ene ne ban ese Professor John Adamnosa wonye ne baby po a obetimi abeji Ghana aye ni yie my man confront Sansan to na da ma me yense de na anu no eye ne ye de yense gu yeti uduru baby a nipa timi ka so but o muntimi nkasa every say ye di na da ne ntro achi emene esumadu yen ezu kwa me na me hu ne say yes yempani fo ne de sabe me sama ka say bia na wani bibia to wani so enti de akoso Ghana no hu ene wo siti wan so enti ni pesu ene yawa ye wo mu na bia no mu hu na emomo ka che seti memufoi 2024 te ya enti sadi emre bi atwa mu no mukoyi omampani ene ye di ne ho danse mu nka se 2024 na eba no mu kwa akoyi a obi a
and now say nipa on su and one buying SSR on my penny. The Nukuto and a sign and your medical say, as a Ghana Yama a big remember Sunday, Rwanda, Botswana, and Ninkophobia sign. The best I could time because again, a highly be a dire shoe.
That's right.
When you put phone up on some mission about Tomana, Ghana, man, seeing your man penny pa Ghana, you're about to say on higher, a what big remember said a prof can.
Okay, very well. Me do I say you fancy at least, but Prof Kasemba could be no mam fe no entwatwo. Prof Kasemba could be fa abakwasem ene no ma bi amanfo timi ye etimi beye abakwasem. E de mfatu bi ba kra say obi a otimi pagade to cathedral okra no. Otimi set a record I beye record e wo history. Ma me kra be de asresem say obi sutu amena na say wankata so na wo ye na adwen say wo di si cathedral. Na ye de ya eno so ya de a yetimi etwe wo historical records mu sa mfato ho na no wo ma no na ye ehefa na wo de ya adwen ikosie prof
na professor say nipa bia ye bo be wiase a na say nyankopon dwumadi a o de ma se bra be ye no aye da obetadin na edin no obetima nya no kwa mienu so sa wo be ya de papa said the Prof John Atta ebe ya de papa ye de kan no ana se ubaya akwano Greek ni no bo ndi mrefi so oni de oya na adwen say e opeso jeni din ti no okoye no kwashi cathedral mami nukura wo mni say eno amfato wora ye na ntana e mestre nipa na okotu amna na osi cathedral na office wotu efutro aguga na system abakosam da ho Ghana fo nchirima e baba abeka Juba, now you are just what that Ghana for another Ghana. Udin and I'll be that.
Fantastic. Prof.
And Ray, you know why you're both profiting. Sana, I'm on Penny Chamako, including an Ekufuado. Our better Kunyashua was say Ghana beyond aid. Was yet to come so yet discuss something. And some of the kind you no crime at the whole chain at the name. Obabu Conta. It's not proper Casse. Sa wo ba na obejeji dia jeji topa na sa wo kwa nchima abodimpa na mo menya wadwen se edimboni na wuja ato akono ye wure befi ya bobodimboni no eno eno kofa sa abakosam ne bae edi ye futuo ema abibirimam timamufo ene emampani nyina hu se history there is always made but either say obeja a positive legacy or a negative legacy. It was still going to be history.
It's a matter of the how. Prof, me do I say, ene obra unyama e nano pay e wo Dwabo Ase. Yes, ade bia yes see e wo radio isu ni TV isu say. And I'm say ahokira bent yes you chesika. Prof, so for so. Me say yes ade e wo radio isu say beyond say ye kasa ahokira ba my Ghana no. Yes you chesika. And I know Pobi Baby disc free ho. Of was idea ye so. Oh, ya dik Jumakobi na kaboma a man for a year raffle ya no omanya ski.
Oh, come in here. Tanya sabe. Ghana Tikani answer good damn and go for a crackle yabi. Nasa Marco Pen, you may call no one who treba. Nasa Modia, the Amusumo, Yana Modia Bra, Pami, and we are Sundre and you and the Mabama Basso Samobe. Amen. Nemum. One na sabe but you can scan what they call dollar, no dia kugu pound sterling, dia kugu dem na fe no. Ekoba se eno kra utia ba utia se dem sam no kono kra. Sika na so mom fa no mo wia sa no ko hu kra se sika no SBI ra. Eno ana no me dia chi. Mo dia ni de ya ba ma. Ya ka kire o mo so ma sen se o mo nyiro ho no mo so ma se because nchira wo.
Fantastic. Prof Dwabo, Professor Edward Brenya was your for now in Kano, head of history and political science department of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Vice Chancellor Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Prof Babia will be a Mwachiano pay and Muskum of Hoy come up and Ramiko who no be a Nama Maniaka Hopa say more department be a year for innovation. Say ye boy a trim. Ye boy ya dream ni ye bibi sroko because who said ye ho yes ye ho ne mebu no motewa o mani abere so mbefa abefo kwan yi aye normal hodwa eye ma hoho in fact mama ahonka bi say Ghana would that be but the question is support system be ne put it in place said be ya sa adoma chede yi ene adwin ni suahunu ni hunumu yi ebetimi aba mfasoɔ ɛde amaye ɛwɔ my Ghana. That is always the question. Me de Tonton Sansan ne to ha at least for way na fe wa bra ye gu so aye bo Tonton Sansan so me di kaka cho say ene ye ba be cheska eti ye draw no eye star 274 hash mumu dodo na ma stake matoto matwetwa agum mo ba ba jiska na ma disika masika ba fie wa bra mensa ka promo na ekoso no nia wodi nkunim wodi kan me say enipa 9 ye ma musika ne nia wodi nkunim wodi kan eye nia ne number ye 0244 705 obo me mo nyina o ahoma no so ma me ne nkasa na me hwɛ sɛdeɛ asɛm ne si ba ne nkyɛn ɛne sɛdeɛ o si gye asɛmi mame maachi o
Yenda
na bɔkɔ deɛ
Nyamina dumo na wosto e kwame
nyamina darumo hey sɛdeɛ on sa ka on
Bisaka
Allah
Sisi hot ala patisi
wajire sisi woto
Now we did the agro crowd.
now di agro
We all have play for better brain. Now I'm still try about could be said. We try to them.
kinkrein
I said because me momo receipt now 500 from promotion.
wow
Now we see yes price for man dome.
aya kanisika 5 million kanisika 5 million
5 million. Me say. Now me million, me dey better fuel cry. They are going to me. And I'm saying my main try. Now I got to my money. We dey be the TV price that money. Omo bo akwase.
Na mama ubetima bo odin atre ne ba bia ye ne wo kasa afri.
Me pastor me di Belinda Bukari me watermelon.
Belinda Bukari watermelon. It is Sabra ye kasa tamale na utwa de ni free ye.
Tamale me there we see kura responsibility ko eduma kura.
Hey, e dey show ye to divine selection because aka wu ka wu pie ya ka we de. Wow. When you Japan.
I was certain you cry Juma Crown and never come my now all
now where the Mr. Bibuso went to watch the this can be.
We create a sense living area to make fuel 100 cities. And then we fuel 100 cities. Not a metal fuel 100. Yeah, can now be a codija because now we say there and can run and then we make your Kawutiaka.
How? Abaya Juma on.
Yeah, Abaya Juma, Father.
Yehoah.
They say Abaya Juma airport and I soon like it.
Hey,
now I got VR for power easy.
Abaya Juma na XYZ grab beating me.
Me say, family in Gaza, can empathy the cow for politics.
Wow. Anyway, and yet I catch Omar says, Oh, Munya, my dreams and I meant to an armamento. Then I catch you. Very, very.
Five cities now me toy amenya 500.
5 cities now toy amenya 500.
I me to 10 cities I take amenya 1,000.
Come on, 1K, 1,000. Allah.
Oh.
And there's how to be away.
This is the free offer on the phone. Me for 2
Ah, we dance a power, man.
Yeah. The power FM the
That's right. That's right.
Money Rebecca said the Diano, more to Mama. You say, you may be in Moneta can buy a brute to
I tell you.
Now, come on.
Yo, on count so yeah, that's a pass on so Wabaka Jumedian ho that way, yeah, Nensako is your tower tamale. And Kenzu and Drank will see my Juma, walk where Juma crowd when you fool. Woni fuelo and I say ade ye kwa minka mo kikan wo TVS and Power FM ma min try bi na me hade o de mi di agora keke ma mi twa 5 series wo twa 5 series what we are packing cry when you 500 series was what 200 e de akoto fu ni aka no wo de kwa kodidwa fi se besi sabre ya ye ka say ye ntuo mo ka wo ya aban adwuma o SYZ kra twom say you ka oh. Yeah, that's what. Why they're rough? I bet you my for you moka private company. That's why they're trick. Hey, it's a BB. It's where the main sack and I also found what you be star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash. Could you say we are now see a trick? About for me, I say I die. Star 274 hash. Michelle, what shall I say? You BCC. First, a year ben say Obe choose Power FM. Nafe niakano. What to me at waso. Sabe pepe. I had the idea Tonton Sansan no. Ebetwo na yadani ehwaba. Kai say akadi pa miensa. Aye ba becho musika enano pay. Ewo Dwabo Ase. Koso ama fidie ni na ha. Na won so to be twabigum. Ubetiba to more than 5 cities. It means ubetiba to more than 1. Bet about to 10, bet about to 100. Depending on the number of times I'll bet no. And on the bet sika pudua on sabeka. Say na opesa on saka sika kesie bi na weekend nimu ye depa mawa. And ye star 274 hash. Ye best see ye.
Na say dia wo ti wani aso.
Masaka! Easy on your Power for Masaka promotion. There isn't a big, or you're big. Separate enter Power for Masaka promotion. More day I never dial star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Area now choose Power FM. Now select the number of drawer and put it in Wishim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana cedis pay. The more as a Russia draw them when they stand the chance able to marry in a big. Hey, you're big. Every week you be also your 50,000 Ghana cedis in a chair. Hey, you're 50,000 Ghana cedis. Knock off you, good deal last star 274 hash. Masaka. Power for Masaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery Platform. Kaida drawing Shashada home.
Score HD, the new exciting football channel, is now available only on HD Plus and brings you football from around the world. Watch Sadio Mane and Daniel Kufichre in the